Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on, YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got another short little unboxing video to show with you guys. I'm pretty sure I know who sent this, but we're going to open it up and find out. As per usual, I will link it right down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links. That's entirely up to you. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Let's find out exactly what we've got in here. And make a little quick cut there. I believe it is from, I don't want to guess and have the wrong brand. I'm glad I didn't. I thought for sure it was going to be Quechua, which I think Rike is the OEM for Quechua. But these are Rike knives. Okay, well then I have absolutely no idea what these models are. Okay, the first one here, it says dark gray Rike S05 VG. These will definitely be linked in the descriptions, or linked in the description. They usually don't send me things unless they are immediately available. So, I'll do this one first. Feels kind of medium, right? Not super heavy. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, it is. Oh, it is on the bigger side. Oh, is it a bit fancy? I believe so. What do we have here on the card? Does it say? No, but there you go. If you want to scan that on your TV. Alrighty. We have, this is like a darkened, so let's wipe this up here just a little bit. We have a bit of darkened titanium, a little lightly tumbled, maybe slightly bronze. Looks like maybe we have is that titanium Damascus? Oh, yeah, I think it is. Hold on now. Do we have layers here? Zoom in. Yes, we do. That is exactly what that is. That is titanium Damascus with what appears to be copper liners surrounding the outside, and all we had to do was look at the pocket clip. Wow, that is nice though. Hold on, let's shine that bad boy up. Yeah, very good looking titanium Damascus. Here we have anodized hardware as well. I'm not sure what's going on with the pluses on either side. Is this like, is there a little carbon fiber inlay directly under the pocket clip? I wonder if that's to make it easier in and out of the pocket. Oh, I see. It's a little smiley face. Okay. S06 is what we're looking at here. Let's zoom back out so you guys can get a better look at the knife. We have a recurve. This is one of those knives where usually when it's a recurve that opens up into this like belly, this curvature here, usually the recurve is much more extended and the shorter part of the blade is the secondary curvature there. But in this case, we have a little tiny recurve and then a lot of belly out towards the tip, giving it a pretty unique look for sure. So the action is actually quite a bit smoother than I was expecting. You let me know your opinion. Whenever I get a Rike knife, I always expect them to be super duper smooth and like really, you know, obviously like very well machined, but tight. So, you know, to me, you can have smooth action, but tight action. You can have gritty action and tight action, which you definitely don't want. And then you can have smooth action and you can have like guillotine, fall shut, and everything in between, and varying levels of being able to feel the bearings inside of the pivot. Rike, for example, does a great job of making sure they don't over tighten the pivot, which usually causes, in today's day and age, we're using ceramic bearings, so any over tightening can result in indentions on, you know, whatever the bearings are riding on, or in some cases, like with Herman knives, they use ultra hard bearings, and you can crack them, right? But in the case where the bearings don't crack, what you end up with is sometimes, like some of these companies are over tightening from the factory, and you end up with bumpy or lumpy action, which isn't very good. In this case, we have not the typical Rike tightness. As you can see, we have hyper smooth action. You know, obviously no bumps or lumps or anything. Really nice. Can you use this little smiley face? Yeah, you actually can. So this looks pretty angular, and I'm going to be honest with you, the pocket clip right there at the tip is pretty sharp. outside of that, though, it's pretty comfortable. That jimping is very aggressive. So, okay, it's kind of lacking something on the front here. Like, yeah, it's smiling, and there's a guy smiling. This is weird. Why? What's going on? Is it supposed to be two little smiley faces? I mean, there's even a little nose there. I don't know. Okay, well, let's see what the other one is. Today's video is not a review. This is just an unboxing and first impressions. We'll review it down the road after I've had a chance to carry and use it a bit. So this, I'm going to guess it's the same thing, but a different colorway. Yeah, okay, so this is not the dark titanium. This is the lighter titanium. And we have, once again, the sandwich, like the copper liners there. I can tell this is copper because this one's got more of a patina on it. Like it's a little more orangey, right? Yeah. So that's gonna, I mean, like, especially in my hands, like my hands patina. Let me know. Some people have hands that will add a patina to materials like copper really quickly. I guess I got salty hands. I don't know. Some people not so much. Found that out with one of Scott's knives. But anyways, same thing. Nice Timasco. This is a little subdued. I'll let you see here what happens with this Timascus, just wiping it down. Look at that. Beautiful, like orangey, purpley, magenta. Really, really like that. You can see there, this one is already, just because I've been touching it, same thing. Go ahead and just wipe that up real quick. The best way to shine up your Timascus or any anodized titanium, and you got to be careful about this, you don't want it on steel, but getting a little paper towel, putting some Windex on it, shining up that titanium Damascus or anodized titanium, and going back with the dry side of the paper towel and polishing it, oof, it will shine like you've never seen before. This, I would say, probably, twice as well as what you're seeing right here. But anyways, and it'll look just like that until you touch it again. But same exact thing. Do we have a repeat of the action? We are very close to double clutch, but not quite. This one's slightly tighter, but still incredibly smooth inside the pivot. Nice detent. Just slightly tighter. Could probably adjust the pivot a bit. But this one is close. This one is actually controlled fall shut, which is my favorite. I don't want it to fall shut too quickly. It's just to me, it's not a benefit to have it fall shut like, that fast. But this one's really, really close. Okay. Let's get an overall measurement here real quick. Overall length of what is apparently the S06. 8 1/8 with I'm going to call it 3.5 inches of blade and 3.5 inches of cutting edge with a very large sharpening choil. I don't know if I want to call that a finger choil. And then I'll let you guys look at that plunge grind there. It does thicken up fairly quickly. That's going to matter to some people and not others, but there you go. Available now, probably expensive, but not like, I don't know. It's hard to say since we have not super detailed flat titanium, but also a decent amount of titanium Damascus, right? Not sure. But I'll have the links down there so you can go look at the price tag if you want, and then we'll review it down the road. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex if you enjoyed this video. Leave a like if you'd like to check out my other content. I do, of course, have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.